It's crazy because yesterday I was just saying, like, man, for the next generations, we got to start embracing the sidewalk. We got to stop glorifying the streets for the youth. You know, certain stuff that we caught in that we still might have to go play certain lines, or we still might play certain lines because if you listen to Pac's song Changes, what I meant by that is exactly this Nipsey situation. Because if you listen to Pac's song Changes, it's like, um, even I might have to worry about something way back coming back after all these years, rather tat 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 tat, and that's the way it is, and that's meaning like, yeah, you might have been a part of something, and yeah, you might still be affiliated with it just on the strength that this is where you from, this is your brotherhood, these are the people that you have love for, these are the people that you putting on for when you go on to be successful, and they rooting for you, but that's on the positive aspect of it, just the good that's in the foundation of coming from the environment that we come up in, that we don't have a choice to come up in, but that's the good in it, the positive support that you can get from people from the neighborhood, and that inspire you to go on and do great things. But the negative aspect that you might have been involved in something, so say myself, I might have been involved in different stuff, and been into it with certain people back in the day. But today, I might not be on that type of time. Today, I'm trying to go do something positive with my life. Today, I'm trying to, businesses, everything that Nip had going on, businesses, being a father, even an interview saying that this might be the last generation of his neighborhood, because it's really not necessary for kids to jump out in this no more. So even he was trying to say this thing, get on the sidewalk now. We've laid the foundation, for everybody around here, and it's no longer necessary for you guys to be in the cycle. But what I meant by that at times, we might have to go back and be in certain stuff, because he wanted to show his face in the neighborhood. He wanted to still show him that positive figure, where if you stay in a suburban area, you can see that Mr. Jimmy is a doctor, and Miss Helen is a lawyer, and Mr. Bob owns the store on the corner, and and all of these type of things. You can see success around you. So he wanted to be that visible CEO that you can see on TV, but then you can pull up to the neighborhood store that was innovative, that had smart technology before the NBA was doing it, and all this, and you can see all of these great things in an area that wasn't necessarily the best area to stay in, but this could be the beacon of hope that you could see, like, dang man, Nip from around here, he stayed around here, he was building up the community, he was putting venture capitalist programs for the youth where they can come get their ideas invested in. He was, just very forward thinking and trying to create that light, but still the stuff of the past can catch up with any of us, from my generation, and Nip is a little bit older, in that generation, that even when you want to change, it can still come back around. And just because you are on a different type of time doesn't mean the people who you were into it with before are on a different type of time. It still can, it's not all the time hate, because if I did something to you at one point, I expect you probably to still keep that. Everybody's not going to just be letting go. Everybody's not progressing in life. So it might not necessarily be that, say, if you had things going good for you, you might be able to let it go. But if you still in the same position, and you stuck at the bottom, and you might have issues with your baby mother and different things like that. So in your head, when you see me doing successful, or you'll see a Nip doing successful, and you had an issue with him at one point in life, you won't be able to let it go, because it's gonna fester. Like, dang, you doing so bad, and this guy's doing good, and that might strike you to still want to go, act out something. Or we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We understand when you in the environment and you involved in certain things, it's a part of the territory. So it comes with it. When you affiliate yourself with certain stuff, it comes with a certain thing, and everybody that's into it goes in it, and they have an understanding of that. And that's what I'm saying for the youth. Us that made choices like that younger, and we're still alive. We're trying to do something positive. We live knowing that certain things can come back. But for the youth right now, just thinking about it, just listening to their favorite rapper saying all the different slime and throwing up the flags in the video, you don't have to go that route. Y'all in a generation where almost everybody got iPhones. Everybody is, at least has some pair of nice shoes. For the most part, more than my generation. I'm seeing it more than more. You know, I see all of these kids on iPads and stuff like that. I come up in a town where everybody didn't have cable. Everybody didn't have access to the internet. Y'all are a more connected generation. Y'all have more things. Y'all have more access to information. Y'all just don't have to go that route of the streets. And if anything else, Nip, very good. Take the positive. Take the positive. Too often, like done with Pac, and I see people want to go another route with what possibly happened. And no, we don't know yet. But even me, I had got lost in the Pac thing. But as interviews come out and different people speak who was around the situation, we see that was street stuff too. But don't just take like how a lot of people just took the negative image of Pac. Pac was also talking very come together and unity type discussions. Nip was talking health. He was talking um business. He was talking fatherhood. He was talking growth and maturity in the mind. He was talking unity. So take the positive. Don't just take like, oh, and take this as a moment to glorify the streets again. Like I say, Nip was moving towards the sidewalk, but you understand that it's a chain on you when you got that pass, sometime, and people don't want to let go and let you grow. And we can't change that, but all we can try to do every day is be a better person than we were yesterday. And that's what he was trying to do. So rest in peace to Nip. Pray for his family, pray for his kids. And if you're around that situation, just try to be that support that you can be. Don't just be trying to be around just to get you some attention. Really trying to be around and have a genuine help and have a genuine care if you're close to that situation. And for everybody that's in the environment right now, take this as a moment to grow from mentally, on and reflect on in all aspects. How can you change what's around you? How can you prevent a situation like this in your area, this in your city, this in your town? If you got power in your city, in your town, and you can unite stuff, man, squash it. Squash it, because it's not worth it at the end of the day. Unity is what everybody need to try to be working towards, to try to push peace, to try to push growth in the neighborhoods, to try to create an environment for, if you got kids, a lot of people got kids right now. Let's try to create a world that's safe for them to roam and to have a good time, so that they can just go out and just be thinking about a good time and not about having to defend themselves, and not about getting taken out, and not about having to put themselves in position to go to prison. Let's try to create a world that's safe for them to roam and safe for them just to enjoy life, to travel, to see the world, to experience as many things as possible, and to live a long, healthy, positive, fun, filled with laughs, family, good friends, that type of life. And let's get away from this. It got to be constantly tension and negative energy. That's not the way of the future. That's not the way that people have to live any longer. Let's grow from this Nipsey situation. RIP to Nip. Let's remember the positive about him. Spread peace, positivity, and love. Like I've been saying, if it's not going to benefit 5 years from now, don't do it. Embrace the sidewalk. It's okay to be a civilian. You don't have to be street. I'm out.